Congressman Keith Ellison is on the line with us. Welcome back. Congressman Ellison, great to have you with us.
Hey, Tom. Always a pleasure. How you doing, my friend?
Just great. Jim, our video producer here, was walking through Union Station, I think it was yesterday or maybe the day before, and he texted me saying, hey, Keith Ellison is here, give it a talk. And I said, go ask him if he wants to be on the show. Tell me what you're doing. What's up?
Well, there's a whole series of things. But yesterday, I was at a rally and a strike that workers who work for federal contractors were holding at the Union Station. Literally hundreds of workers who have been, being paid very low wages, been subject to wage theft, been thwarted at their effort to have a voice on the job. Just said they're sick of it, and they went out on strike yesterday. These people work for fast food companies and other contractors, and these contractors hold contracts with the federal government. So I came there to just share with those striking workers that the Progressive Caucus, which I'm the co-chair of along with Raul Grijalva, stands with them, and that we're pushing the president for a good jobs executive order, which does basically three things. One, it guarantees labor and employment law protections. A lot of these employers will refuse to pay people overtime that they have earned by giving them like 2 checks for 30 hours as opposed to 1 check for 60, which would have gotten them the overtime.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a whole bunch of little tricks that they do to rip people off. And the federal government should never allow it, and anybody who's caught doing it shouldn't be able to get a federal contract. Number two, our letter called for adopting fair compensation preferences. Now, what does that mean? That means the federal government is the biggest spender in the world, the whole wide world. And why don't we do business with people who are honest and decent? Federal contracts are lucrative. Why wouldn't we want to get contractors why wouldn't we want to prefer, not just punish bad contractors, but actually say, if you pay your people good, if you give your people a right to have a voice on the job, we're going to prefer you. We're going to give you a break where if you're just a run-of-the-mill who's complying with the law is, just barely, maybe you got to get in the back of the line, and if we really need what you're offering, we might give you a contract, but we're going to put the people who are good job and fair compensation providers, we're going to put them in front of the line. And then the third thing is, providing respecting workers' right to negotiate. I mean, look, if two big businessmen were sitting across a table haggling over how much they were going to sell and buy widgets for, nobody would flinch if one of them drove a hard bargain to demand that they get a better price. Well, why can't workers do that? Why can't workers go to their employers and say, you know what? We're cooking the chicken, we're frying the hamburgers, we're cleaning up this place, and we're gonna withhold our labor unless you pay us good. Why is it somehow problematic for them to do that in some people's minds? Well, because they don't respect workers. That's why it's problematic. But we say that the federal government ought to be a respecter of the right to negotiate, ought to honor that right to negotiate and collectively bargain, because these are the people who are making the wealth anyway.
And these are all things that the president could do by executive order.
Executive order, the president could do it now. Some people might think, well, didn't the president already issue an executive order raising all federal contract workers paid at $10 an hour?
Right.
Well, he did, and we respect him and honor him and thank him for it, but there's not one person in America who thinks that $10.10 is adequate to live on. It's better than what people get now. It's $7.25, right, and we're grateful for it. But it's not good enough, so we got to do better than we're doing now. And Tom, if you don't mind, I was really just thrilled to leave a briefing with a group with the National Women's Law Center, which issued a report called Underpaid and Overloaded Women in Low-Wage Jobs. This is exciting. Let me tell you, because this is a report saying how this low-wage economy is affecting women in particular. We know that men and women in general do not experience this economy the same way. 2/3 of all low-wage workers are women, and women are more increasingly sole breadwinners for their households. And when there's a 2-income household, women's wages and pay are essential to the welfare of the whole family. And so, women are saying, wait a minute. We got to get paid right. And so they are adding their voices to this fight for a fair economy. And then, Tom, on Saturday, man, I got to tell you this. I was at a convention, a conference in Chicago, Illinois, where over 1,000 fast food workers came together to trade notes and get training on the fast food worker movement back in May 15th. They had over 150 sites around the country striking, and 30 different international sites abroad where they did solidarity strikes for these fast food workers. And so, in the past 3 days, man, I'm just thrilled because I'm seeing the people who work for federal contractors coming together, striking for a better life, women striking, coming together for a better working environment and better pay, fast food workers coming together. Hey, man, the story today is not how bad the economy is. The story is what these courageous workers are doing about it, and they are doing plenty about it, and we need to get behind them.
Yeah, I'm with you. People are standing up, and you are standing up and doing a great job. Congressman Keith Ellison, representing not only the 5th District of Minnesota, but really all of us. The co-chair of the Progressive Caucus, ellison.house.gov, the website. Congressman, thanks again for dropping by today. Always an honor and pleasure to have you.
My pleasure, brother. See you.
We'll be right back.